What's up, Dad? What's up, Dad? What's up? What's up, Dad? What's up?
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Hey, everybody, we got the What's Up Dad podcast here. Super excited. We got a new episode. We are with Devin Sierra, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Is that, did I say that wrong?
No, you did not.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I thought, man, I attempted every time to say the name, but then I've asked people. I'm not sure what's the best route to go with that. So
Oh,
I
you're good.
apologize.
It's a Spanish name, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. I can't do it anyway.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Whoa. It's a Spanish name and you can't roll your R's.
Correct.
We're diving right into that right
Let's
now.
do it.
Yeah.
Where's the name from then?
Spain.
Okay, you're gonna have to
My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
So
So my dad's mom is from Mexico.
okay.
My dad's dad is from Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does your dad have can he speak Spanish? Can he roll his R's?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You just did not.
No, I can't. My mom's white, so
Okay.
I grew up in a white house.
You take after your mom. Is that what you're saying?
In that aspect, yes.
Yeah.
All right. I know. You opened up a can of worms of conversation there, and I thought to
You're welcome.
myself, I'm like, wait a minute, you can't roll your R's, but it's Spanish. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Moving on.
Moving on. All right. Well, we are here. We got the What's Up Dad podcast. Super excited to have Devin here with us today. You gave us the how do I say this? Your questionnaire that you filled out. I am so appreciative because it was easy. Right.
Yes.
You were just to the point. You had very, very specific answers to it. I love that.
Mhm.
But I'm going to ask the question to you that we've been Ryan and I have been itching on having this conversation with people because we've had feedback. Like, as somebody that answers these questions very literally, like not a lot of fluff and stuff like that, what
Mhm.
prompted you to fill out to be on the podcast? And don't say it's because Ryan bugged you. Say it like, what did you feel like do you feel like you have something to talk about?
I do. I mean, I don't have your number, so I talked to Ryan. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't even know he had a podcast or you guys had one.
Okay.
I saw it on TikTok, so I was
Okay.
like, that's pretty cool. I was like, that looks like Ryan.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Looks like Ryan. Looks like I know that.
yeah, I was like, I know that guy. So I texted him. I was like, that's pretty cool, and
Okay.
we talked about it, and I was like, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If you didn't know Ryan, so I want to get, because something we're getting a lot of feedback on is people, I'm not interesting. I have nothing to talk about.
Mhm.
So if you didn't know us, do you feel like you would have filled out the questionnaire?
Yeah.
You still feel like it? Okay. Because you still have something to talk about. Or do you have something? Okay, that's fine. And I'm just trying to break down what I feel like is this psychological barrier that we're dealing with people.
Mhm.
And I don't know what you have to do. So I'm excited. Like, this is
Yeah.
awesome that I'm getting a different view of this, right? Because it's just a barrier that we're trying to break down. We're trying to dive into something new. We're trying to dive into something to break down just some crazy stuff that everybody's dealing with right now. So
Yeah, absolutely.
nonetheless.
Got to take a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risk taken. I love it. I love it. That is exciting. So
Mhm.
Ryan, we got anything new happening right here with the What's Up Dad podcast before we get into the nitty-gritty
What's Up Dad
stuff?
podcast? No, we're back on we never really stopped our weekly episodes, but we couple guests. I will say that we we need more guests. We always need guests, so
Yep.
it's something that we're always saying. Tonight, nothing extremely new, although we have some new special products that we're going to be reviewing. One is a dangerous product that we probably shouldn't review, but
Living dangerously tonight.
Grayson has decided that we're going to do it, so throw caution to the wind there. Look forward to that later in the episode. But yeah, that's about it right now. What's going on? It's spring. The weather's changing. I mean, I don't know, what's happening as far as day to day. Like, it's crazy out there. So
You call this spring?
yeah, spring.
This is not spring, bro. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
think it's summer? Well, it wasn't.
I don't think
It
it's
was almost
summer.
80 today.
I don't think it's summer either. I think it's confused. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's confusion.
It'd be winter outside.
It could be tomorrow. It could be winter. I mean,
That's
heck,
true.
last week it felt like winter. What about you?
I'm from Michigan, so This is
So many Michigan.
Where all the Michigan people come
But you're
from?
not a Michigan fan, right? You are an Ohio State fan.
no, that was incorrect.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a Michigan fan. Ever since I was a little boy, man. I grew up in Flint, Michigan. It's
They're just all around. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
yeah.
We need to.
You should.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You said that like, yeah, I've been one since I've been a kid. Like, are you like, I hate Ohio State?
No. See, I'm a big sports fan. I appreciate, like the Ohio Stadium. I appreciate just like what they do and everything.
Okay.
It's like I can appreciate people that can play well. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I'm a Michigan fan, but if Ohio State's doing good, I mean, why not root for them? I mean, overall, I'm a sports fan.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of history between both programs.
Sure.
So yeah,
I would say that's a hot take because I don't know that every Michigan fan nor Ohio State fan would agree with that. So that's a different take. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all about being different, right? So
Yeah, love it. Sure. I'm a big sports fan. It's funny, like I think a lot of people are like, who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite player? And I'm like, sports. I really feel like I say that because I do enjoy it. I could sit down and watch basketball. I could sit down and watch hockey. I could sit down and watch, unfortunately soccer. I could sit down and watch like football. Like I could sit down and watch them all and enjoy them all. Right? Do I have like an absolute favorite team? Do I have I mean, there's teams I probably root for more than others, or I'm going to root for over maybe another team. But if two were playing, I'd be like, yeah, that one. You know what I mean? Like it depends on the day. Depends on who's playing on it. Right?
Yeah.
Did XYZ get traded to them, and now I'm a fan.
Yeah. Basketball's hard for me. I mean, I love the sport. Don't get me wrong, because I used to play it.
Okay.
But it's hard to watch now because the NBA got so soft, in my opinion. So, and I played football for like 6-7 years too. So, but see, my favorite sport to play is football.
Okay.
My not watch is football.
Okay.
But to play is basketball, and I mean, it was always fun, like, because I was a tight end. It was always fun to catch a ball and just run people over.
Yeah.
But it's also fun just to, like, have that. They're both team-oriented, but basketball was just fun to play.
Sure.
Can I say something before we end it? We're not spending this whole episode on sports, but I just want to say the UConn Duke ending at March Madness. If you didn't watch that, that was an insane ending. I watched that video, and now they're posting reactions of fans that were watching it. It almost brings tears to your eye because you're like, wow, what an ending. Duke Duke won the game. The game was over essentially, and just literally to toss the ball away. Boozer, yeah. But man, what an ending.
Been their best player making the error.
Yeah.
That is also what's just so disheartening. And I feel for the kid, like through and through. He wasn't meant to be there. None of that was meant to happen.
Right.
But
you think bad coaching or bad player in that situation?
I think you're missing a whole point here. I think great playing.
Great. Oh, okay.
I actually would say that was they had nothing to lose. I'd say great playing. I wouldn't say bad. Like they were just in the right place at the right time with the right scenario, because you cannot chalk that up to have X player in X location to be able to like jump up and the ball go a specific way. Like you can't not chalk. Like they just were.
Yeah.
It was just there.
And then a 30-footer to win the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So good stuff. Good stuff. Super excited. So from Flint, Michigan, how long you been in Ohio then?
It's late 21.
Late 21. Okay. Were you always from Flint and then moved to Ohio, or something?
So I grew up in Flint and we moved around the area, like Metro Detroit.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I've never met anybody that lived in Detroit. I've only heard what I consider as bad things about Detroit.
I don't live in Detroit, so.
Metro Detroit, right?
Yeah, so like,
tell me
like,
how is life in Metro Detroit? I'm curious.
It's similar to Columbus. Just as busy, because Metro Detroit is very similar in size. Yeah.
Okay.
Like traffic, just people that can't drive. So yes.
Well,
so you grew up there?
I grew up in Flint, which is north of Metro Detroit. Yeah.
Right. So what was life like growing up there then any different than you would say life growing up anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, Flint was on the decline during that time. And then they came up and then went down. Flint's Flint.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Flint's Flint.
I mean, they're coming up because they have a lot more like healthcare going in and like colleges like MSU, U of M,
Okay.
stuff like that. But they're coming. Downtown Flint, if you've ever been there, I would definitely recommend it because they have like the Crim festival races. It's like if you like running, they have like a 10-mile race.
You know what I thought you were gonna say? Isn't there a place in Michigan that has like it's either windmills or flowers or something? What is that?
That's Holland, Michigan.
Holland. That's what I'm thinking. How close is that to Flint?
It's on the west side of the state, and Flint's like towards like more east.
Okay, so never mind. But yeah, the running thing, not for me, but
yeah,
maybe Grayson wants to go over there and run.
And they have a car show there too, which is very it's back to the bricks. So because bricks at Flint they have like downtown is like a road of bricks. So it's pretty cool actually. It's like really cool cars and stuff like that. So if you're a car guy, like what guy doesn't like cars, it's really cool to see.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learn something every day. I feel like I never get to talk to people about living in Michigan or like Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
I know people that have been outside of Michigan. I don't think I've ever met somebody that's like, well, Justin was, but he really talked about moving early on in his life.
Well, he literally had a tattoo that said Detroit on fire, and he said it was because he hated it, right?
Something like that.
Oh, all right.
It's a whole other conversation for another day. I might have to go rewatch that episode just to see what he said about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he talked about it, but it wasn't, we didn't talk about that, obviously.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So, dad's from Spain. No, grandfather's from Spain.
Grandfather, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
My dad's from Texas.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's all starting to make sense now. I got it. There's stuff just coming. Okay. All right. Cool.
Traditional growing up, parents together, all that kind of stuff. Little things change. What happened there?
So like my parents got divorced when I was like 9 or 10. I can't remember.
Okay.
But I did not grow up in a Christian home at all. Not even close. It was more of a liberal home, if that makes sense. That's the best way I can describe it.
Politically liberal home or
just liberal, not political, but just
you could do whatever you wanted to do home.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay,
got it. No structure, no nothing.
There was no structure.
Okay.
Yeah,
no structure.
No.
Okay.
No, they won't watch this, so no structure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we say that too. That our parents are like, that was a horrible episode.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't wait for my dad. The amount of times I've talked about my brother can't watch it, so like I can't wait for my dad to have like he's gonna one day catch wind of this and go back and stalk every episode. Yeah, probably then really disown me. But
shout out to Grayson's mom, by the way, if you're watching. So just throwing that out there.
I haven't said much bad about you, so it's okay. I'm just kidding.
So parents divorced, 9, 10.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very similar to us. And then what happened from there?
Well, my dad, he moved to Metro Detroit. Pontiac's big for like if you really want to know. It's Pontiac. He moved to Pontiac, Auburn Hills area, and then we stayed like in northern Genesee County.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Gotcha.
Is that something you want to break into? Because I'm curious, like your response to that is like, you talk about a privilege and a blessing, what it means to be a dad and stuff like that. Like,
I think I learned that from my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dad did admit to us 3 boys that he was not a good father. I mean, it takes balls to say that.
Sure.
I mean, especially when we already know. But but I think it takes a lot to say it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a good father either. I mean, no one's really like a really good father. But I think we strive to be the best we can be. But he did teach me a lot of what not to do. I think that's one thing I'm kind of grateful for. I want to change a thing. I mean, I can't really do anything, but I think that's definitely something.
Help make you into what you've become as a father.
On my own, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, like in 2014ish, when I actually found a church family, I think that's you just can't do it by yourself. So yeah, absolutely. But my dad did the foundation, like he's showing what a family shouldn't be, You know, I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect either. No one's perfect, and I made my own mistakes, even my going on 10 years of marriage. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great because it's great. I say that because these are the stories and these are the pieces that we can get to when we have these conversations.
Yeah.
Because I won't speak for Grayson, he can speak for himself, but I have a very similar story to yours as far as growing up non-Christian home. Parents got divorced at the age of 10. And I stayed with my dad. My mom, left and all that kind of stuff. But you don't learn that about anybody, right? When you talk
Yeah.
about the superficial or the surface level stuff, you learn about their favorite sports teams, you learn about their hobby, whatever is kind of going on, but you don't learn about those types of things. And I think that's why we like to kind of not necessarily draw attention to them or bring it out, but it's a good conversation to have because so many other folks have these stories that they don't share, or they have situations that they're going through because of that potentially
Yeah.
that they don't share or they don't, and it leads to more difficult situations,
Yeah.
like drug use and suicide and all those kinds of things. So it's great that you're willing to share.
Yeah.
that.
The world's broken, right? So, yeah, just a smidge, right? But I think that's one of the reasons why the world is broken is because no father figure for sons or no mother figure for daughters, or both really, because I think we're all millennials here, I think. But I think most millennials grew up in a broken home. I'm just guessing, but from
There's
like,
a time for brokenness of homes.
yeah,
And wildly enough, the statistics of broken homes and the times that we grew up, you're exactly right. It was rampant. It's rampant.
Yeah.
And it's actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's coming down.
I hope so.
I do believe it is coming down. And
We're
I think,
learning, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
because it was also a scenario where the household size had reduced,
Mhm.
to 0 to 1 kid at minimum, to now it's starting to try to trend back in a direction of positivity, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I also think that, um, having a relationship with God also is important too, because we try to do our best to interpret the Bible in our own vision. Like what is this trying to tell me as to be a husband or to be a father? But it's maybe it still doesn't make sense to us, and that's why we keep failing every single day. But but I think that's one reason why we should have more opportunities to have these conversations. It's all about fellowship too, right? I think that's another thing that's missing in this world is fellowship.
Yep.
With your fellow godly men. And then it's hard to find, especially as an adult. It's hard.
well, let's not talk about let's talk about the elephant in the room on that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Fellowship with men is typically found in sports, typically
It
found
is.
in your sports, your work, your money, your cars, your everything that is fleshly, right? That's 90% of the time what we have to find common ground around. 90% of the time it takes you away from the family unit. It drives a wedge and creates separation. 90% of the time it's a place to badmouth your spouse, to speak illy upon other people, to not provide fruitful conversations to one another, and that's the most frustrating part.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's needed, right?
For which part?
To have those types of conversations that are not so positive, because we're all broken, but we all need to get it out too.
Well,
yeah.
And I'm not sure if this is what you're hitting on.
Yeah.
We have a pretty strict policy of, like in our marriage, of not illfully talking about each other.
Oh yeah, not that.
Yeah. No, and I didn't think you were saying that, but I want to be honest about that to anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
Like that's a rule that we have in our marriage is like, hey, I'm not going to openly speak improper about my wife, right? Like to other men. If I'm going to have something improper about my wife that's going to be said, it's A, going to be with God, or B, going to be with her.
Yeah.
Talk about it. And I think, but in that perspective, a lot of men are willing to have that. And then what we find out is when I'm sitting here and I'm not doing it, but I'm sitting here and I'm talking bad about Beth or whatever, my marriage and it sucks or whatever, this, that, and another, you're encouraging how my feelings are. You're instead of saying, well, Grayson, you're actually the idiot here, by the way.
Yeah.
Like you should be taking care of her. You should be doing this. Have you thought about that? So like we get in this really, really bad spot because it's easier to go along with the path of conversation and to just be, hey, well, you're my friend. I'm going to still be your friend because you might not call me next week to hang out if I disagree with you.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that why fellowship with other godly men is important?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say with it is that unfortunately, men today have a different terminology than what you're saying a fellowship is.
They do.
That's the
Yes.
hard part. And
That
that's where
is.
we want to break down. And hopefully people catch what you are saying here, which is so important. There
Yeah.
is 100% time for the true godly fellowship that's occurring that
Mhm.
needs to be carved out in your life. That needs to be carved out in your life because if you're spending all your time doing the other stuff, the fleshly stuff in the fellowship with others, where are we getting at? If that's what we spend all our time in.
Yeah, I agree. And we have everyone, not just men, but everyone has a sin nature. So it's hard, man. I gotta tell you, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, an important call out too is that yes, in some ways we mention or we say, "Hey, we want this," and then when it comes to actually doing it or getting that opportunity, people are like, "I'm out," peace.
Oh,
Actually, I don't
yeah.
really want that. And I know that's happened many times, like with me personally, or group settings, or we have the like the fireside chat we had this last year. So there's like opportunities for that, but then people kind of fade away or they don't want to do it, they're nervous about it or whatever happens. So it's doing both. It's acknowledging it that it needs to happen, having those conversations, and then kind of following through almost on your opportunities that you have to do it.
And I think I was just talking, I think I was telling you about this, and without naming names, we were having a conversation, and it was one of those things of like men seem to think that a godly conversation has to revolve around like these massive sins that we have. It has to start there. It's like, hey, by the way, I think about other women. Hey, by the way, I'm an alcoholic. Hey, by the way, I gamble. Hey, like all these, it has to be so like negative focused. The reality of it is those will be eventual conversations that we talk about. That's the goal, to get to that, to talk about those things so that you can have brothers that you can walk in this world with and they can carry those burdens or help assist in whatever capacity that looks like. But just having a simple conversation about life in general is all we're attempting to do. That gets the juices flowing, right? Gets the conversation going.
I do agree with that too. It doesn't have to be all negative either.
No.
I think having the positives, like, hey, guess what happened at work today, or guess what I started, or like I got this from church, whatever it may be. I think that's important too. That's probably probably more important than negative.
Yeah, I think there's a whole lot more positive stuff that occurs in the Bible than negative, if you really think, you know what I mean? And in the grand, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, 100%.
It's written to be a happy thing, right? Like it is like God's not all just talking about atone for your sins. It's over and over and over again, right? Like there's a positive perspective that we have to bring to that table. And so, but not to say again, sports are not bad and all that's not bad. It's just like try to create a deeper, more in-depth conversation allows you to learn about what you've been through and see that you can't roll your R's and it's okay, right? Like you know what I mean? But, like I learned something about like Flint, Michigan. We learned something about, and that's who it makes you, and as people, as how we figured out. I didn't realize that you threw shingles at cars, right? I had no idea that you did that as a kid, and that says a lot, Ryan. Like you learning, but that's. These conversations allow for us to open up that.
Absolutely.
One day I'll give a testimony. You'll learn all kinds of crap about me, and I promise you'll be able to call me out on it. So
wonderful. Great.
That's okay. Something you said though, and we can get to the next topic, and there's a laundry list of stuff, but we're killing time right now, so it's kind of great. We're doing great. But you said we all, how did you put it? Like think about the father, whatever the dad we think we are.
Yeah.
I oftentimes think men think they're better than the dad that they think they are. And wow, that's a big statement you said right there.
It should at home.
It is
because that's the truth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in our minds, in our dreams, we're like the greatest person in the world. But if you think about it, look at yourself on the outside. You're not great at all. So I learned that recently. I mean, sometimes like I struggled, and I still sometimes do, which I'm getting better at. I used to like never open up to my wife about what I'm going through at work or what I'm going through in my own life. And it was like, then I started, it clicked for me recently that she's there to be my partner, and she was like, our wives want us to open up to them, right?
Yeah.
And it's like God gave us our wives from us, you know. You think about it, they're part of our rib, right? So it's like God knew that we needed to help her. I mean, it's just like, and it really is a gift, and that we have someone that's going to listen to us and not judge us. You know,
Absolutely.
and then also, you know, you find other godly men that you can connect with too. I mean, that does add to the connection.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it is not just at church either. Church is a hospital,
Mhm.
but here with fellowship with other godly men, I think that's what we truly need too, outside of the family home.
You said
Yeah.
something I caught there that you
Mhm.
said you feel like you've um, realized that recently. Was there
Yes.
something that happened? Was it a
Yeah.
conversation or what happened?
Honestly, so I mean, you know, part of it. It's just like the past. Ever since 22, I lost 2 jobs within 2 years, right? And I think it's kind of like recently at church about drifting. I do know that I didn't even realize it, to be honest with you. The past like 4 or 5 years, however long it's been, I can't do math. But I drifted. I didn't even know I was drifting. I was drifting away from myself, from my wife, from God, from my kids, and I didn't even know. And you know, I think Justine really just like kind of put me in my place, and that's what wives should do. And this is like, wow, I was drifting. You know, I didn't realize I was drifting because, you know, I was more worried about like, am I good enough?
Mm.
Like, why did I lose 2 jobs? Is it me?
Sure.
It's like, am I even good enough to be a husband or a father? You know, it's just like, and you know, that also opened up some doors too of other things that I'm doing in my life presently. And it's just like, you know, sometimes you just got to really listen to what God's trying to tell you, even through trials, right?
Mm.
So I think the past like 2, 3 years has been a drifting moment for me.
Mm.
But recently, in the past like probably like 5, 4 months, has been a like, I don't know how to say it, but like something clicked. Like,
Sure. Well,
it was stop being stupid, right?
yeah. I mean, it's great,
Right.
and it's great to have either buddies like that or
Yeah.
spouses that don't
Mhm.
just let it keep happening, because that's another part of the problem that happens when those situations occur. I
Yeah.
think we've all been there. I've certainly been there, and you need someone to kind of slap you almost like, hello,
Yeah.
what's going on here, because it's hard to do it yourself. And you're right, you don't even realize it because it happens so slowly over time.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like 2 years pass. It's
It erodes you.
like,
It
yeah,
erodes you
absolutely.
like physically, spiritually, mentally. It just it eats at you. And I mean, we've
It
talked
does.
about I mean, you've carried this statistic, and I'm very appreciative of talking about mental health and suicide, and the increasingness of that in men today is absolutely rampant, right? And just mental health in general is
Yeah.
rampant, and it is a part of that. It's a part of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely a part of that, because when
Mhm.
you start to question, am I good enough? Right? Like, and we do this with our kids every day, and specifically, and I'll call it my middle child, like she struggles with identity. Like,
Yeah.
not identity is, without me saying it, not that identity.
Yeah.
She struggles with the identity
Yeah.
of like understanding God making her, right, in
Mhm.
whatever way. And like my statement to her is that God made you perfect in you. Like,
Yeah.
stop.
Mhm.
Like, you sit down to struggle to think, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. No, God made you that way. First of all,
Mhm.
let's establish a baseline of God is that, and God is only good. God is only going to do good. God is doing good through you. Like, He didn't make you broken. He didn't make you any of that. And so, like, we struggle with that as men to
Have
see that,
Oh, yeah.
because yet again, and you talk like a really, heavy conversation of losing jobs, right?
Mhm.
And I can only imagine going through that, and us as men, and when we talk about being the breadwinner of families, when we talk about all the things like the weight you have to carry, right? That we think
Yeah.
we only have to carry
Mhm.
is wild. It's
Yeah.
unbelievably wild at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
And I think I didn't realize that until, like I said, recently. It's like, my wife's there.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, she's more willing to listen than other people. So
Sure.
this is like I mean, I could talk to the pastor, but we've been switching between churches and whatnot. But we just got into the church we're at now. But
Yep.
it's just like that's why I say it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
This is like you try to find these other godly men or people in your life, but it's still really hard to find them because it's about connection too, right?
Yeah.
It's like, can I even connect with these people?
Right.
You
You
like
know?
OSU, bro. I know he's an OSU fan. That's a barrier. I don't know.
Right.
You're gonna
It's
have
difficult,
to. You're
yeah.
gonna have to make some changes. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry. We got to have a little bit of fun
Yeah.
here, but
Absolutely.
I 100% get where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
It strikes a heavy chord with that because that is
Yeah.
reality, and
Mhm.
this is to anybody out there, and I think this is a very huge statement. I don't care if you're what you feel like is on top of the world or dealing with X, Y, and Z down here, right? We all struggle in
Yeah.
every situation of that. Every situation. There are struggles in every way because, having a family doesn't buy happiness, having money doesn't buy happiness, not having a family, not having money, like it all sucks. There's all crappy parts to every one of it because some of it brings more problems than others. Some of it removes problems and adds on problems. I mean, you name it, like it's wild.
Mhm.
And it is a burden
Mhm.
that, we all have to struggle to go through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
Well,
all
and
I
it comes down to the world will never solve the problem, so
You mean to tell me TikTok and Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels will not solve my problems?
we're
Are you
not
telling me
solving
that?
problems. It will
What?
not solve it.
I got
Yes.
some really inspirational things to pop up, guys. Like, come on now.
Yeah. But I mean, you see that. I mean, honestly, the rates of well, I mean, you don't have to look up the statistics. I'm sure it's outrageous the amount of drug usage for, folks in the higher income bracket, famous people, actor, all those kinds of things. I mean,
Mhm.
that wasn't enough. So what do? Okay, now alcohol, now drugs. That's not enough. And it, pushes them over the edge. I mean, we just saw in the news recently about Tiger Woods. And he has everything you could imagine, great family. He has his son who's growing up and following in his footsteps. He has, money, fame, everything. And he decides to do drugs. Yeah, that's what it is. We don't know the situation that he's going through or anything, but I can only imagine it's just not enough, and it just can't be solved. And so he's continuing to do things to kind of fill those voids, and it's just never. It can't be done.
Here's the funny part. I know you're itching to say something. I don't think we are longing to find something that is enough, though. That's the problem. I think as men, as people, like there's not. It's just the world is making us think that it's not enough. Because when you do open up TikTok and Instagram, like it's creating this facade, this frustration, this level of like all this stuff. Again, you talk about dude's worth $1.5 billion. Bro, like
Have
what?
anything,
Like
do
you
any.
can literally do whatever you want. I mean, you can't do Elon stuff or Mark Cuban stuff, but you can do whatever you want, right? Like, let's be honest. There's only like 234 people that can do more than you. Okay,
Mhm.
like that's about it. Like let's look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But it's like it's crazy to think that. But the world has so many pressures. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter if you have $1.5 billion or $0 or whatever you want to call it. It sucks. The world is
Yeah.
just not. It's not a good, happy place for us to be at because it's going to continue to throw something. I mean, I joined a called the Dad Swag something, and I'll leave out the other one. You can find it on your own. And I tell you what, I've realized like I'm poor. Okay. And I jokingly
Mhm.
say that. I jokingly say that like the amount of money in this group that these guys are posting every day, it's like a dude with $1 billion in cars every day. They're like cars, cars, cars. And it's all toys. It's all like debt and and I'm like, where are you? And I started to feel myself like the comparative factor. I'm like, man, they like, this is not right. How and what and where and why? Like, where's this? And then you see all these posts of like, well, I'm not there and I haven't done that. No, like the comparative factor that we do as men that put ourselves, no, I'm right where I need to be and doing everything that I need to have, and I need to not compare. And holy crap, like it was bad. It was bad. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't realize that was going on until I stepped back. I'm like, wait a minute. That's all cool. Like, these are all cool. I should be happy for those guys. I shouldn't be comparative. I should be like, dude, that's awesome. Congrats.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
wife drives a Honda Odyssey. It's great. It's good. Right? Like,
Those are nice cars.
it's nice, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why not?
She's wrecked it 7 times. It's fine. It still works. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, she's hit the same pylon at Myers.
She's reading her
4
Bible
times.
while
Reading
driving
her
down.
Bible, like, right. You know, like, I should be happy for these people. I should not. Comparison is a epic thief of joy,
Yeah.
right? And again, it doesn't matter. Like, but I say that because like there's so much in the world that we struggle with. So yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
lot.
It's I do agree with what you're saying. And I do think I worked in my previous roles with people of all different networks. And I found that like people with the higher networks are the most unhappiest people. I mean, they have everything that they ever could ask for, but they're like the most unhappiest people. And they're like married, but they seek other women, but they keep buying crap that they don't need, like cars. Like, you don't need one. Like, why the hell do you need another one? But it's just like they keep buying stuff. They're trying to buy happiness, not
Yeah.
trying to live in happiness.
And I was reminded when you're mentioning that about like
Yeah.
the fruit of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the fruit of the spirit? And it's none of those things, right? But you think
Yeah.
about, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and
You got
self-control.
You got this.
I got them all. But yeah, when you think about those,
Mhm.
and you think about just your general day, like, you have all those, or you can have all those, or, and it doesn't include any of these other things that we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
anyhow, we have got to do a product review. So, let's jump to that. This could be dangerous. I don't
It
know.
is absolutely going to be dangerous. You guys, I'm so excited. You know what it is because you saw it earlier, so that's super
Yep.
excited. But as we do this, we're going to, because we are like, wow, 36 minutes has flown by. I'm going to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I've
This
enjoyed
has
every
been a
minute of it.
great
Yes.
conversation, by
Yes,
the
it
way.
is.
Usually it's like 10 minutes getting somewhere and like another 10. It's broken up. But I looked down like a minute ago, it was 20, and then I just looked and it was 30. Now it's 37. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
we're rolling. Yes. So product review time. We actually have not had a product review in a while since I think we did some sort of like neck massager or something.
Yep. So it's a combo. We are going to use the product review to also review a food item as well.
I knew I'd hate it. And
Why?
here
You
we
can already
go.
see it? You know what's under here?
I just know I'm gonna hate. Go ahead.
Why?
Go ahead. Just do
Why?
it.
You actually will hate one because I've already had one. I'm gonna spill the beans. I've already had it, and I'm sorry, but my kids made me open one.
yeah.
So nonetheless, all right. So
There we go.
okay. So we're gonna look at the product. We're gonna look at the food, and then we're gonna use the product to do that. So we gotta fly through this. Okay. But first of all, who tells you chew loud?
My wife.
Yeah, it's a woman issue. It's got to be a woman
It's
issue.
an
bro.
issue.
It is
My
100%.
wife says that. Yeah.
Oh man,
She hates it, actually.
doesn't it? And I guarantee we could all be chewing here, and I wouldn't even think nothing out of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Wouldn't even think nothing.
We're about to chew really loud, so
Here's the
if
sad part.
Justine's listening.
Here's the sad part. The microphones, for some reason, when we put it into Riverside to do it, it
you're
cuts
right.
it out.
It does.
So we're not gonna hear a
It must.
person thing.
It must be a woman.
So then, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right. First food review. Sorry, I just have these and I need to eat them because we have other stuff that haven't been ate, but these look so much fun. Have you ever had Twix
Whoa.
Bits? That's what they're called, Twix Bits. Well, doesn't that look cool though? This is
I like that.
a crunchy cookie, and it is shareable size. You guys can take a gander. I'll start up
Yeah.
here. Look at that. Have you ever had that? I saw that in the store
No.
today, and I bought it.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, that's
Looked
good.
Unique. There
Yeah.
was 74 other items I thought about buying, but that just had to be one.
Isn't it crazy when you get and you're looking for this and you just find 1,000 things that you've
Isn't it?
never seen before?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love
My gosh, 400 calories per
Stop.
container.
Stop it. I know.
Oh, share size.
Share
Okay.
size.
All right.
So we did. I will stop here. We did have. Have you seen the new Ruffles Doritos Duo? They took like cheddar sour cream and they threw it on a Doritos chip. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Yes.
No.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
First and foremost, it's so puzzling. I'm not sure I really, really enjoyed any of them. We tried them all. The kids love those. All of those are their favorite flavors.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have, I think, 2 bags of it upstairs. They couldn't finish it because it doesn't make any sense. You got the wrong flavor on the wrong chip profile.
What did we do? It was like one of our first ones we did. It was a Dorito ranch with what? Pickle?
Pickle, maybe.
Yeah, Dorito ranch and pickle. Do you shop at grocery stores?
I mean, yeah.
Wife shop?
No, I'd do it.
You have
Oh, she
someone that
sends
shops
me.
for you. Maybe he's well off and he has someone that does it for him.
No. No.
But that's why you said you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but I feel like they're advertising it
Now
like
they were
crazy.
super hard to find, and now you can find it. So if you go in the store, you'll see it's like Cool Ranch Doritos, but on a Ruffles sour cream and onion chip.
I haven't seen that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's hit and
You
miss.
have them here?
Maybe upstairs. We might. I'll see if I have them still.
Can we open this, by the way?
Yeah, we can open it. All right, next item. Butterfinger French toast flavored.
That's interesting.
Okay. The kids ate another one of these. I had a bite. I'm confused. That's all I got to say.
You haven't had these, though, right?
I've not had those. Had not had those. But while we are gandering on this, we have an item here. This is by Top Fill. Okay, by Top Fill. And we're going to have to use this. That's why we brought it out tonight. So, did you just roll in? I'm just
It's your table. It's just completely.
Yeah, I'll take that. So, what we have tonight is Top Fill. This is a meat cutting knife, but we're going to use it to cut open. It tells you how to actually take care of it. Look at this bad boy. I mean, this thing comes as its own sheath, right? Yeah, you haven't seen this, have you?
No, I've seen it.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna cut yourself? There we go.
Yeah, we're probably going to get like derailed or something, whatever they call
Yeah.
it on. But check that bad boy out.
That's
Like,
cool. Yeah.
You could do something with it.
What is that back here? Is that a
This?
bottle opener? What is that?
That is, I think, okay, to take and pull skin. Like, so it is a meat cutter. So if you're like
That's
removing skin
disgusting.
from like a chicken, you
Yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah, it's a field dress of deer.
See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a human, and then yeah. Wow.
Okay.
You're probably going to get because of that guy right there. So the goal is we're going to use this. So I thought, what better? We have to cut this up into pieces. So check that guy out. And it smells like French toast, by the way. So if you guys are okay with that, I washed my hands yesterday. So
That's fine.
just-
Whoa, and the color is
color is
completely different.
It is
Yeah.
wildly to you don't have like diabetes or anything, do you? And if you do it, I'm sorry.
Nope,
Okay,
I'm
just
good.
making sure you're okay.
You
You're
will
sure.
after this episode.
So we all get a piece. See, look at that. And Top Fill, it cuts a Butterfinger right
Nice.
into pieces without any problem. So thank you for sending us this. Super excited to test it out. And that was sharp. All right, we're gonna put this away before somebody gets stabbed.
Oh my goodness. This one bar contains 40% of your daily sugars.
That's what it should. Okay. If you're gonna eat it, you're gonna eat it the right way. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who wants to eat 2% of my daily? I wanna
Yeah.
enjoy
You're
it.
going all in. So it's, by the way, it's crispity, crunchy, and peanut buttery French toast.
A lot of ease.
Limited edition. And there's no artificial flavors. I don't believe that, by the way.
Dude,
Everything says no artificial flavors. Like,
Oh, okay. We got in because you know we do reviewing stuff. Okay, and you learned tonight.
Did,
My
yes.
we got in lemon electrolytes, like a bag, like the scoop you put in a bottle of water.
Yeah.
So like electrolytes, but
Yeah.
lemon flavored. And it was like company's like a lemon brand, right?
Mhm.
On the front of the bag, it says no artificial flavors, no natural flavors.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But when you go, but here's what doesn't make any sense. When you go back
No
and look at the
flavors.
ingredients, it says lemon.
So is lemon not a natural flavor? That's what they're saying?
Give me a freaking break, bro. That doesn't even make sense. That is the most confusing thing ever. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I'll eat these off the table.
Yeah, I grabbed
So,
these since I used my hand.
Take a couple of these. We're gonna pop some Twix if you want
Okay.
to. See what
Yeah.
it is. We rate 0 to
10.
10. You can go
Okay.
with the point. Hopefully you do.
But it's
And-
based on, well, it's based on the advertising of it. So,
Gotcha.
don't touch them because they'll fall out. But
They're Twix Bites.
these are Twix Bites. This is going to be a little bit harder, but this will be nice because it's a French toast Butterfinger. So,
All right.
anyhow, we go.
I'm not gonna lie. This might be one of the best items we've had.
That's good.
Mhm.
What's that, like caramel at the very end? The
It doesn't
very
taste like a
end.
Twix though.
It does not.
Doesn't does it?
Mm.
It tastes like, what are those? You get them at trick or treat time.
Mm-hmm.
The crispy little
Uh,
wafer ball things. They come in
oh, it's Whoppers.
Whoppers. It tastes
Yeah,
like
those are
a
good.
But there's like caramel in it.
caramely Whopper.
Oh, is there?
Mm.
Oh, that.
It tastes
Yes.
like a caramely Whopper.
Is there caramel in
does.
Twix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
a
you're right.
caramel
Yeah,
layer
yeah.
underneath the chocolate.
Yeah, right or left?
That's right.
Yeah.
6.2.
6.2.
Huh?
6.2.
6.2. That's
He's a little harsh.
Thank you.
I'm definitely going like 8.5.
I'm gonna go right in the middle, like right at a 7. I'm super confused. I'm confused. It's good, but I'm just confused. I
I
don't
mean,
know
it's
if
a ball. It's in a ball.
That's what I'm
so
saying. Like, how do you like the ball wasn't encased in chocolate, then caramels and the wafer on the inside? I didn't get that. I felt like there was. Sorry.
Okay, grab one and eat half of it.
All right.
So we can look
Should
inside.
I take our salt, like our salt?
No, just
stop
eat
it.
it.
Okay.
Just All right, let's see.
See,
All right, so we got the wafer and then
a little bit of caramel.
yeah.
See,
Hmm.
if it were like completely chocolate caramel wafer,
Yeah.
maybe I'd get like the full Twix experience.
That's why
but
you
I
get the
feel like it
caramel at
got
the
like
end.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. That one's done.
7, 6.2, 34.
All right, let's do the Butterfinger French toast. And
Give this a smell test, because I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't. It smells exactly like French toast.
yeah.
Different.
It's super confusing. This one is confusing here.
Oh man. Thanks for the big bar, by the way. Like you guys left me with a big one.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
hope you like it.
All
All right, here we go.
Outside of chipping my tooth, it's not bad.
Yeah. We need some maple syrup.
It's almost got it though, but it's like it's kind of just slightly missing. It has all the maple smell,
Mm-hmm.
but
none
it's
of the
lacking the taste.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, though. This is why I'm a stickler for branding.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say French toast with maple syrup on it.
It does
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
Yep.
There's a
Mhm.
lot of ways to eat French toast, and you don't have to put maple. You know what I mean? Like in the
Yeah,
street,
powdered sugar.
powdered sugar, a little whipped
Mhm.
cream.
Mm-hmm.
So 7.8,
7.4.
7.4.
Yeah.
That one's confusing to me.
I think that's too high. I'm gonna go 5.
That might be the first time you've given a crappy score to something.
It just tastes like a Butterfinger.
Did you got? See, I didn't
I
get a
didn't-
lot of Butterfinger.
No, I did
I
not.
got way more French
Really?
toast. Yeah.
Well, I got the whole middle. So
Well, that might be the issue. That might be the issue. Oh, you didn't get all the out the shell.
Mm.
All right. Well, that was a ton of fun. You got a couple more of those. If you want to nibble on them, go for it. It's all you.
Yeah.
All you. So you chew loud because your wife says so. That's good to know. What kind of music do you listen to?
Right now,
I'll be honest.
yeah. So I listen to like mostly Christian right now, but I'm a big country fan.
Yeah.
I love country. Blake Shelton all the way, man. I am Blake Shelton.
So-
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about Florida Georgia Line getting back together?
You know, they're good, but they're not my favorite. I mean, if they did, good for them. I'm not-
No, I didn't.
Are
Okay.
you breaking news? Are they getting back together? I haven't seen it.
Supposedly, there's a big buzz coming.
I don't
Just
know.
saying,
Yeah.
there's a big buzz. I'm excited. I literally have had the kids listening to Florida Georgia Line for the past 3 days. We get in the car and they're like, "Dad, can I listen to something?" I'm like, "No, it's already on. I got music on." And so we've been listening to Florida Georgia Line the whole time.
GL.
Yeah.
You want to know what really kind of irked me about country music recently? CMAs, when Beyonce won,
Yeah.
that kind of like,
I get that.
She did win, yeah. And
Yeah,
it
I was
was a
like-
song no one even knows.
no one
It wasn't
cares.
a bad. Whoa.
You listen to Beyonce's country
That
song?
was absolutely not a bad song. The problem is her husband has so much money he bought the CMA for her.
Mhm.
That's the issue, and that was known across the board that he bought it.
I loved her shocked look. I watched that video. And
Yeah,
she was
You
just
should be
shocked.
shocked.
She was not. Those are the most scripted things ever. Give me
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah. Taylor, someone should have got up there, took it, and said, Taylor Swift, you deserve this.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift deserves
Kanye should have got up there and said, Taylor
Taylor's-
Swift, this is your album.
Taylor Swift is not country.
Not anymore. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think so either. No, she was not
Definitely
country.
more pop. More
Yeah.
pop. Okay, so big country guy. You love
Yeah.
Blake Shelton. Okay, go ahead. 3, 2, 1. Sing your favorite Blake Shelton song.
Sangria. Sangria's a good song. Oh, I love that
He
song.
was going to do it. We got the guitar right there.
Well, I can't play. I'm not musically inclined.
Grayson will play.
I can't play either.
Yeah, I can't. That's for my wife and daughter. They can play the guitar.
Oh, did not know
And if she is listening, I've been waiting for my guitar lessons for 10 years.
There
I'm a
it
very
is.
patient guy.
Beth, if you're listening, I've been waiting for my guitar lessons for many years as well. That's so funny. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so love Blake Shelton, love Sangria. That's a good song.
It's a very good
What else
song.
you got? Anything else on the music? Front?
Oh, you're talking about music, not wine. Gotcha.
That's a
Yes. But it is a good wine, though. It was a good Mexican wine.
Yes.
So, yes.
There we go again. Back to your roots. All right.
Well, half of them. Well, a quarter of them.
I have I have wine. We'll figure out a way to have it. My mom brought some wine from Ragapalasi
I
because
see.
they run a winery, own a winery, I guess.
Sangria or just
She has,
whatever?
the wine that they recommend for their sangria.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to make some good old sangria next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sing that song.
And sing a song. Oh, that's
Sing
a
sangria?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
There we go.
We're
That's
gonna-
good.
Episode number 2, sangria the whole entire time.
Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. Always open up and ask the same question at some point in time, and it is time for that. So hopefully you had a moment to think about it. What questions you got for us?
Well, so how do you guys seek out fellowship with other godly men?
Good question.
Right.
Grace.
My circle is extremely small.
Yeah, that's usually.
And I've continued to just build on that. But what I will also tell you, the downfall is my circle is very small.
Mhm.
It's always been small, and that's it. And I operate in a very small way. Because my family is first, but what relationships I do have, I try to put a lot. I that is my effort, right?
Mhm.
And so that's that. I don't know how else to say it. That's the best I got. I oftentimes I think that you're getting all the effort that's left.
Yeah.
So whatever that might be, it could be crappy, it could be good. Sometimes it's better than others. Doing this, you know what I mean? Like that's the reality. I give everything I got because I am pulled in a bajillion different ways. My family gets as much as I possibly can get, and what has to have me. But there's that perspective.
Yeah.
I will say the podcast, I'm very thankful for this relationship, and I've said it multiple times. Like he encouraged me to us to do this, or me to do it, us to do this again. This was something that started a couple years ago, and he realized a need and a niche in something in the community. And in the same way, like our fireside fellowship and camping trip that we do every year. I've done a camping trip for the past 8 years with guys.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And hopefully you join us this year. You know what I mean? It's in our
Mhm.
reality. I've invited everybody. And I think I say this to be very honest, like I'm the only guy that invites people.
Yeah.
There's like 8 guys that show up and I invite, and I think I've added us a guy every year.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's okay. But I'm gonna continue to do it. And it's not like, hey, Devin, I only want you this year. No, I literally invite everybody that I feel like should come and find that. And I think you saw that this year. There was some pretty magical is not the right word, because there's nothing magical about God. But like in the sense of like there's something about that trip that does things to men, right?
Yeah.
In a good way, and it opens up. There are better conversations from Friday to Sunday morning. I mean, it's unbelievable. So nonetheless,
Mhm.
there's that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I would say I'm pretty intentional with my relationships. And I simply, I'll say just I work hard and try hard on them. I'm not. I'm. I wouldn't say that like my circle is small, although, um, yeah, there's probably a select group of guys that I maybe invest more time in or try to spend more time with, just because I think that you do get to a point where it's like if you're trying to do everything for everyone, including your own family, that becomes really difficult. But if there are folks that, um, not necessarily that you have to be close with, but folks that you feel like, hey, I want to, you know, I feel for this person, or I understand this person, or I know, their struggles, or I can relate to them in different ways. I feel like you find those people, and then you really go all in to those relationships, as best you can. So I'd say that that's definitely a way that I go about it. And to Grayson's point, I mean, this has been a great avenue to do this, have these conversations. I mean, we've met new people, we've met people that, I mean, and I'll say kudos to you, because literally a week ago, I think today, you're like, hey, you have a podcast, and a week later you're on the podcast.
Right.
That's never happened to anybody else. So I think that that's pretty cool to be able to just jump right in and do it. But and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'll add to what I've realized over the years. Sometimes I show my cards too early, like being too real too early. Men don't like that. They're like, hey, you're a godly guy. Great. That's all we're going to talk about? Like, no, I like bourbon too. Like,
Right.
I want to know how your life is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What I've also realized is you can't change people at all. God's got to change people. The Holy Spirit's got to change people. If God's not calling them to be in my life right now, it's fine. I need to be okay with that. And so I've really let God control who's in my life. And I've realized, like, I put a lot of effort in relationships that have not produced anything.
Yeah.
And chased a lot of relationships that I thought would produce stuff. And that is a fault. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, and it's not because they own nice cars or have lots of money or they do fun things. No, it's just like I literally thought this was going to be a relationship. And I realized really quickly it's not. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So that is, to me, one of the hardest things. And anybody watching, like, just that's what I've realized. Like, I spend less time, but what I will say is I altered the way I handle that. So it's like, okay, instead of going full force or showing cards or doing all that stuff, like I slow play it.
Yeah.
I very much so slow play those things now to give them the opportunity and to see where the other person's at versus being on the other side of it. So
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta plant those seeds, right?
yeah.
Yeah. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes you reap that seed, and that seed just like goes off and wanders.
Yeah.
But sometimes you plant those seeds and they get to thinking about things. So
Absolutely.
I think that's more powerful more than anything too. Planting seeds. I mean, you may never talk to that person ever again, but they're gonna remember what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what, and I think the perspective of, like, just be real too.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I've, like, constantly, like, I'm who I am. You're going to get what I am. You're going to get me. You're going to get my family first. You're going to get my marriage first. You're going to get my kids first. You're going to get God first. You're going to get all that first. Right.
Yeah.
Trust me, I can be a really, really crappy friend sometimes,
Mhm.
but I'll be honest with you. It's probably because I have priorities that are more important than that friendship, and they should be. But I would also expect them to be for you.
Yeah.
And that's such a weird conundrum to be in. It's like, man, well, he chose his family over.
Well, it's just you just being real.
But some people have a hard time with that. Some people really, 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 really struggle with that. They don't see that. They don't understand that. They think, oh, well, why can't you go play golf? Or, well, why can't you do this? Or, oh, why can't you play softball? Or do all these things? Like, well, because I support my wife and what she's doing, and I support this I have going on, and I have my kids stuff that I have going on and stuff like that. And there was a lot of times where I would, like, drop everything. Again, thinking years and years, I would drop everything, be like, Beth, I got to go do this, and you got to stop that, and then we're going to make this happen. And it just, like, destroyed me, And then I realized, like, I'm here and doing something, and they don't even like me. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going anywhere. You know, they're like, this sucks. You know.
Yeah.
And I try it again. I'm like, why did I do that? I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't need to date you. I got a wife, right? Like, this is stupid.
Right.
So
Yeah. And then you just set yourself up for disappointment.
Sure.
Then you are reluctant to seek them out.
Yeah.
Like those fellowship moments and stuff like that. I think that's why it's so hard as well, because we've been so disappointed so many times before. It's like, oh, I thought this guy was pretty cool. I thought we were gonna like connect, and then like he's off.
Sure.
Now he's in jail or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. I just got to call something out there real quick on your answer, because you've definitely grown in that answer, because we've had these conversations way back in like December. We did an episode on like New Year's resolutions, and your answer to that basically same topic or situation was completely different than the way you just answered it just now. And because your answer back then, like when it came to like, oh, I'm going to communicate more, do this, or be a better friend, was more like you're putting effort into something, like texting someone or calling someone. Your answer just now, which is much better answer, I think, it shows growth, because your answer now was like, no, I'm investing in the things that are important to me.
I've changed my perspective.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
it's the same
feel
thing, but it's how I'm actually viewing how I'm doing it. And before, I thought it was, wow, a checkbox.
Yeah. Well, I think give yourself credit.
And now, like, I own how I am, because the reality of it is, like, I have priorities, and I have to accept those priorities. I have to accept who I am, what I'm doing, and where they are. The priorities are still there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gone anywhere, right? It's just like knowing that if I don't call or text back, or if I'm not doing this, if I'm not doing that, there's a reason for it, and I have to own that, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
I tried to give him a compliment. He didn't take it. Whatever.
It's a compliment. I'm sorry. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
I think he took it.
Thank you for understanding that I'm a terrible communicator, Ryan. Thank you. I really appreciate
that's the whole.
All right. That is how this goes, and that is what a friendship looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, thanks, boss. I appreciate you. Hey, I got a joke that nobody has followed in today. Let me make sure I ask this right. Do they allow loud laughs in Hawaii?
Wow, that's a joke.
Yeah. Do they allow?
So we just answer yes or no.
I'm going to say no.
No, they only allow alohas. Got that? Okay, so you find this funny today. It wasn't until after the fact. I sent Beth a reel this morning. I was at the gym. I sent Beth a reel, and we're gonna wind down at some point in time in this conversation. It was conversations that you should like blurbs you should put in your team meetings, and we have our weekly team meeting on Tuesdays at 10:30. And I was like, this is exciting. So I'll tell you what the words are. It was fiber, white tail or whale tail, Viagra, protein bar, and crap, there was one more. There was 5 of them. So I sent it to Beth thinking she watched this before the team meeting. I did not use all of them because I felt really irresponsible of using all of them. Again, running staff and stuff like that. I couldn't use Viagra. That was going to be really weird. But I threw them all in there today. And I'm trying to wait until next team meeting. I'm going to disclose my usage of them, because everybody kind of went like, but then went on. Like, they never said a single word, because I'm that crazy. Like, when I said, guys, we got to work on the fiber. We're like pulling all this together. And I just like slipped it in. Slipped it right in there. Like, we played a game. You guys weren't able to make it. We played a game at game night. It was called Slip It In. And it was fantastic. But I
played that game?
No.
Yeah. You know what it is?
I do not. No.
Well, you're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Well, is it like Ablib?
No.
No. You get a card that gives you a phrase or a word that you have to slip into the conversation, and no one can catch it. So, for example, just something like fiber, like oh, our fiber's up tonight. And if you get it and no one calls you out on it, you get a point basically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You get 5 cards, and you
Yeah.
get to carry them around with you all night long. And when you use
Hmm.
them, you can go replace the cards, and whoever has
Gotcha.
the most at the end of the night. But man, there are some dumb ones. There's some terrible
There's some
ones.
really bad ones.
There's some risque ones.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's some very simple ones, like I have ketchup on my sandwich. You know what I mean? And you're like, how am I supposed to say that? But like, so you would just have to figure it out.
I got one, for example, that said, you know, they make donuts for hemorrhoids. I had to throw that in somehow
Nice.
to the conversation.
And if I recall, a lady of our group went to the bathroom and
Came back.
and that's how you started the conversation back with her. And I was like, are
Yeah.
you serious?
Listen,
bro?
that was my only chance to slip it in because when else would I have done it?
Oh,
like,
that's
really?
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you got a ton of other good stuff on here. Maybe we'll have you on. We love having, open on to other conversations with people. I'm still trying to figure out how people watch The Office for a living. Just doesn't make sense to me, but I'm glad you find joy in it.
Dude, I love that movie or
I love
show.
I love the skits and the 30-second clips. I can't
Yeah.
watch a full TV show to save my life.
Well, my wife she's like that with Friends, but I'm like this with The Office. It's a great show, man.
I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah,
Is that Parks and Rec?
no,
You don't like Parks and
no, I don't.
I thought that was like the same.
The same
Is that
thing
the
as
same?
well?
Yeah.
See, I love The Office because I like to strive my leadership style off Michael Scott.
Okay.
So
That's great.
hear me out though. No, hear me out. For one, Michael Scott, he's a great leader. If you think about it, which branch is the best selling branch in that show, which you probably don't know, is his branch always, because he makes it fun and he loves his team.
Yeah, the Scranton branch.
Yeah. So it's just like if you he took the time to get to know every individual in that office, from like the sales team to HR. Everyone loves Toby, and then even the warehouse people. He took the time to get to know everybody, and that's what you should do as leaders, because you can't lead a team if you don't know your team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why Michael Scott is an excellent leader, is because he did that.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a serious question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please, you're never supposed to say, don't take this the wrong way, but don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
In your journey for looking for, because you said you've been fired, you will let go, or you've lost your job, or
Yeah,
whatever
layoffs,
version of
yeah,
that is. I don't know
layoffs.
which one of those
Yeah.
I apologize.
You're fine. They're all the same.
I guess. I don't
Sure.
Yes. I don't know. Did you put that on your resume? Because I think that's fantastic.
No, I did not put that on
I would-
resume. No.
I'm going to be honest with you. We have looked at a bajillion resumes, and I would be like, that is convicting.
Well, it is convicting because it's about perspective, right?
Exactly.
So it's like us as leaders. I mean, leader at home or leader at work. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing, right? But different perspective, right? You're a leader. I mean, it's just like you have to know people to lead people, and you have to be like you have to be relatable too. Obviously, you got metrics, KPIs, but you got to make it fun, and your team has to buy into what you're trying to tell them. I mean, if you're just full of crap, I mean, who's going to listen to you? I mean, I think everyone has to work for a crappy leader. I mean, it's just not fun, micromanaging, all that fun stuff. So
that's the majority of leaders, unfortunately.
it is absolutely.
I'm
And
gonna say Ryan is gonna send you this clip so you can attach that to a resume for any future aspects, because I think this is fantastic.
it
I
is.
would 100%. That perspective you just gave on that and how you just responded to that was fantastic, by the way. So not that I'm putting you on the chopping block by any means. I find that rather like convicting, like to understand, like
Yeah.
and a resume doesn't show that, by the way.
Resumes do not.
They lie.
No.
Well, they don't lie, but they don't tell the full story either, right?
I get that. I get that. That's why.
Well,
Well, 5, right? Because he gave the middle piece instead of the sides.
yeah.
All right. All right. What else you got? Anything else as we wrap this up?
That's about it. Check us out on all the social medias, and we're probably coming to a fair near you. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a pop-up fair. We talked about doing pop-ups.
Do what?
Pop-up podcasts. So we talked about doing that, and that could happen still. So I don't know. We might be coming to a place near you. No, I'm just joking. So check us out on social medias. YouTube, we are still on there. Subscribe, like, follow, and share with somebody that you know that might be interested in hearing what we're talking about or being a guest on the next episode.
Absolutely, absolutely. Devin, can we count on you to share this to any and all social media that you have, and also reach out to people if you know somebody that could be a good person to have?
Absolutely.
Okay,
You guys on LinkedIn?
probably not. I don't know.
Well,
Are
I'll talk
we on
about the
LinkedIn?
show,
Are
but
we on LinkedIn?
Social?
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We are.
well,
Then
yeah.
there you go. So
Okay.
share it somehow, some
Yeah.
way. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, like, please, if you know anybody, I will tell you what the new passion with regards to what Ryan has brought to the table with this, because it didn't have this before. It was a lot easier, but the conversations were a lot different. There was
Mhm.
not a mission behind it all. There was not a perspective and understanding of like what we were trying to accomplish here. It was more just like dads talking.
Yeah.
And so I have found myself having way more conversations with just random people like just randomness, I feel like, and inviting them. Heck, I was at I told you that I was at my daughter was doing a cooking lesson with a guy from a Netflix show that we bought her for Christmas, and at Donato's, that's where it was at. Don't ask me, whatever. And there was like a random guy talking to another random guy, another dad, and like I just randomly butted in and started talking about the What's Up Dad podcast. Like I have no idea how this came out, and that's not me. Not normally would have that, but they were talking about cell phones, and we had just talked about an episode about cell phone usage in some capacity with kids, or somebody in our circle had talked about that, and I
Yeah.
thought it was very convicting. And I mentioned, and we talked about it. And I was like, hey, this is what we talk about on our What's Up Dad podcast. And they were like, I should listen. And then it quickly went to, well, my next door neighbor just started a podcast and he's doing it with an OSU guy and had millions of subscribers. I'm like, well, we're not that way, but whatever,
That's us.
we're doing the best.
We do have someone listening on the regular right now from London, England.
London, England.
So someone has listened to the last 3 episodes from London. So London, if you're out there, reach out to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I appreciate you being on here. We do like a little cheers, even though we don't have anything left.
Mhm.
We got a
I
little
do.
something over there. So cheers, guys. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for being on. And stay tuned next time, guys, for the What's Up Dad podcast. Check it out.
Check it out.
Wow.